Hello, everybody. Ashley and Esau, teachers at West Chatham Middle. I want to take a couple of minutes to walk you through how to teach power paragraphs. But before we do that, let me talk to you about why power paragraphs. One, power paragraphs are a very structured and formulaic way to put a paragraph together that can really be used to develop foundational writing skills. They can be used and modified in a variety of genres. So today we'll do claim and argument. They can also be used for description. They can be used for sequence. They can be used for explanation, compare and contrast, cause and effect. So they can be modified to use across a variety of genres using that same overall structure. And you can also modify them based on the language and literacy abilities, proficiencies of your students. So you can cut down the powers or the levels for those students that have less literacy and language skills, or you can expand them for those students that are more advanced. You can also expand the types of transitions or the types of sentences you have them include depending on where they're at once you use that basic formula. So let me walk you through an example of what that looks like. So I'm going to scroll. This is a document that I print out on a large poster printer, have up in my classroom because this is the basic outline for a power paragraph. So you have your power one, which is your topic sentence or your conclusion. Then your next power level are your reasons, and then you have some details for each of those reasons. So a very kind of straightforward paragraph structure to use. So let's talk about how we would do it, what it looks like, and then I'll talk to you about the process that I use when I teach this to students. So first, when I'm working with students and we're completing that outline, one of the most essential steps is to complete the outline first, to not start at the sentence level. So we kind of lighten that linguistic load and focus more on the thinking and the purpose. So, for example, if I want to make a claim that there are many reasons why dogs are the best pets, so I might make my topic sentence full so I'm really clear about my claim. Then there are three reasons, right? They make the best pets because they protect you, they're playful, and they're friendly. And then I give some examples and some details about how they protect, how they're playful, and how they can be friendly. And then notice that my concluding sentence is where I again will write a fuller sentence that uses my reasons, okay, as the beginning part of my concluding sentence, and then tie it in to back to the topic sentence. Okay, so the next part of that poster, note here that I have bolded and underlined and italicized some of the key language to highlight that for students. So I have bolded my transition words, first, another, final, and I have italicized that word reason, right? So that whether it's a reason or an example, there's some keywords that we want to use. And then I have underlined that reason or that topic, so that I know that when I'm back down in my conclusion, my concluding sentence, I make sure I have all three of those reasons. Okay. The other thing are transition words that are also on this poster. And notice that right here, sometimes for my students, sorry, let me scroll up here. In front of here, I will put a T for transition, if that's helpful for you to put that additional scaffold there. Or I will have students write it here to the side of the A in front of their reasons if they need a transition there to help them remember to include that transition. Okay. I'm going to show you another poster that I'm going to share with you that you can print, you can give to students. That is less, it's a shortened version of Power Paragraph. So instead of having the three with the two details, we just have two reasons or major details and then one each minor details. So this is a simpler form of the power paragraph that you can also use with students instead of the more expanded version. This document also has a more expanded list of transitions that you might want to include and put on the poster. Both of these documents are Word documents, so edit and utilize as you feel the need to do that to make them align with your students. And then the last document I want to share with you is actually this PDF. So I can tell you, you can know what you're getting from me. So again, some more description of what power paragraphs are, how they're organized, some more transitions. But the nice part about this document that you might think about integrating into instruction are the student samples, so that they can identify the different types of sentences that are here in these paragraphs. So you have a longer example here, and then a shorter example, and then an example where students are able to label and identify the different types of sentences that are in there. And we have a couple of examples there as well. So know that those are resources for you that you can use when you're teaching the power paragraph. So let me go back to my PowerPoint here. My apologies. I'm going to add a slide in here and talk to you about how I would teach it. So when you are teaching the power paragraph, we start with our claim or the statement, make that really kind of clear and well-rounded. So let me think of a claim that I want to do right now with all of you. There are many many reasons why Thanksgiving is the best holiday, right? Whatever we want to do, there are many reasons why this short story we read is the best short story. There are many reasons why soccer is the best sport. Whatever claim that you want to have students make, that is your topic sentence. And you want to make sure you have that full sentence there, because that will guide the rest. This phrase, there are many reasons why, is a really great way to start students who are having difficulties coming up with the claim. So when I'm first teaching this, particularly if I'm working with students who are learning English as an additional language, I will give them that sentence stem to start. And then they just have to come up with their claim. Then the next piece when you're teaching it is to come up with the reasons. Don't worry about the details yet. We want to do our next reason. So there are many reasons why Thanksgiving is the best holiday. Let me get my okay. So one reason is you get to spend it with family. The second reason is all of the amazing food. And the third reason is Black Friday shopping. So I don't worry about the details and expansion yet. The first thing I do is find my three reasons. And that's really helpful and important because it helps the coherence of their paragraph, and it helps them focus on the reasons before they get stuck in the details. And it helps make those reasons distinct. So after they have brainstormed their three reasons for whatever claim that they're making, then they go back and they add in the detail. So that I haven't seen in a while. We can hang out and play games. Okay. The food, well, because it's the only time we get turkey. Oops, don't need to caps locks. And all of the leftovers. And then the Black Friday shopping is great deals. And I don't know, fun with family, with friends. I don't know. And then the last thing I want to do for my outline is make sure that I take my three reasons and I start my concluding sentence with that. So in conclusion, Conclusion. Family, food, and Black Friday shopping are 3 reasons why Thanksgiving is the best holiday. So now students have this outline and they have put all that's all organized, all of their thoughts are together. And here's the next thing. I have my topic sentence is one sentence. My first reason sentence is another. Now, when you combine your details, let's say, because they will often combine those two details into one, that's another sentence. And then my second reason, details, third reason, details, conclusion. So at the very least, even for your students that struggle with some language, you're going to get a paragraph that has about 8 sentences, which is, it's a nice solid paragraph. So when we teach it and we're writing, let me do a slide. Okay, let me change that format. Sorry. Great. And I'm just going to do a text box here. So when I am doing my paragraph, I am going to do my first sentence, right? I can just copy that there. Oops. Okay. Now, on your outline, if you remember, when we have this outline here, oh, that's a different document. I'll give you two. When we have this outline here, right, and I'm following my outline, so I have this word reason, and I've written over here, maybe I'm going to indicate with a T, I need a transition. So I have right now, the first reason is, right, scaffolded right there. Sorry, go back to my PowerPoint. So right now I can put here, the first reason is family. Now, for my students who are struggling, that's perfect. That's fine. For my students that have more advanced language and writing skills, I'm going to push them to add more detail. What do you mean is family? Maybe I'm going to have them add another verb phrase in there or expand on that. So maybe their first reason is spending time with family. So you can expand in that sentence, or you can keep it very simple. The structure is the same regardless of how much detail you add. Then I can do, for example, you want to include that transition there in front of your details. Let's see what we wrote. For example, you can spend time with family you haven't seen in a while, and you can play games. Okay. And then I start the second reason is food. Now, again, with my more advanced students, I would say the second reason is all of the delicious and amazing food, right? And then I can do, for example, or I can put another transition there, and so on. So you see how you can add and expand the words that they use based on their proficiency in literacy and language levels. All right, I hope that was helpful. I think it's a great strategy to use to teach writing, that foundational basic paragraph writing. Along with this video, you'll get all of those documents that I showed you. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, thoughts, or need some additional support. All right, have a great day.